This is the swan. I will be teaching you 3 different variations of swan, starting with swan neck roll, swan prep, and full swan dive. This exercise stretches and strengthens the abdominals and the neck, and also stretches the spine in extension. We will begin lying down on our belly in a prone position. Ideally, we need our legs together, especially as we work towards the advanced positions of swan dive prep and full swan dive. If you can, find your Pilates toes with your heels lightly pressing together. Shoulder positioning is super important, so we draw the palms underneath the shoulders, fingertips forward as if we are about to do push-ups. We want to pull the elbows in nice and tight. Feel the connection in your glutes. So you should feel your pubic bone lightly pressing into the mat here. The neck stays nice and long as we work the extension through the upper back. Imagine you're pushing a marble off the tip of your nose and begin to lengthen out through the crown of your head, beginning to lightly press your palms into the mat as you bend, bend, bend into your upper back, lifting, and exhale, beginning to lower down, pulling that marble back under the nose. Inhale, stretching out, up and away, keeping length in the neck as if you have a neck brace on, and then exhale, lowering out and down. Now the third one, we're gonna come up and we're gonna add a little hold here. We wanna pull the ribs up, squeeze the glutes, pin the elbows in, turn your head to one shoulder, roll through the neck. You get a nice movement there as we look to the other shoulder and come back to center. Go ahead and turn to the other side, rolling to the opposite shoulder and back to center. Lengthen out through the neck, out through the spine, and return it back down. Gently press up and counter stretch each position in a nice resting pose. Swan dive prep is going to bring us back to our abdomen. These exercises are all going to be demonstrated in real time because they're continuous motions. It's really hard to part teach these movements. So you'll see me cueing you through the movements right away here. In this position, we're going to be rocking our body back and forth in a continuous motion, holding that extension through the spine, keeping the chin in the chest and the eyes up and lifted. Your hands are going to stay on the mat underneath your shoulders. Variations are to move the arms out and in or forward and back in. So you can always play around. I will demonstrate hands staying connected to the mat first. It starts just like the neck roll. We come out nice and long. Inhale through that lift, squeeze through the back line of the body, elbows stay in, eyes stay up, and we rock it down. Lift the legs behind you as you exhale. Inhale back up, exhale, inhale back up. One more. Now I'm going to demonstrate 3 with those arm variations. Out with the arms and back in, out with the arms and back in, or we can go forward with the arms and back in. Slowly lower it back down, and again, back to your resting position. So as you can see, swan requires a massive amount of that spinal flexion, so your extension rather. So we're gonna wanna be able to hold that beautiful lift through the chest, neck, and shoulders without just pressing up through your arms. So this is much different than an upward facing dog and yoga. It requires a lot of upper back strength and stretch of the neck and the abdominals. Moving into the full swan dive variation, this is an advanced movement. Our arms are going to be reaching out in front of us, and they are going to stay out in front of us as we rock our body up and down, really keeping that nice extension shape through the entire rocking motion. Ideally, our palms are flipped up, and you want to imagine like you're serving a platter, but again, that's an advancement. Palms can always start down. Let's go ahead and begin. Lying back into prone position. Strong Pilates center line connection with those heels pressed together, inner thighs and glutes firing. Elbows pinned back. We lengthen out and up through the crown of the head as we inhale. Exhale, rock it down. Arms stay forward. Lift, 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 and roll those hands back in and melting down, down, and down. Pressing back to your resting position.